We have reached the midpoint of the Abbott Family Theme Week, and CBS Young Stars and Relentless Vandals have a number of Vandals ready to go. To be honest, this was one of the more exciting weeks as we had a chance to relive some of their best moments while the current conspiracy was at the heart of Newman. We know that the Abbott will eventually participate more instead of a few appendages, and this loses the appetite when they do. It also helps remind us how much we remember the Winters family. With a week of different topics between the two topics, it's easy to move to the new standard. But young people and Vandals do not stop forgetting and not being afraid to meet them more. So if anyone from the net is reading this, suggestions, hints. We want some more Winter families, please. Thank you. This episode has been with us since September 10, 2001, the last day before the world changed. In this case, we were treated to some point when the Abbott family was touched and not too moved, but it just made things more interesting. Phyllis Summers has an interesting history in the city of Geneva. But CBS Ty the Young and her Vandals have to constantly admit that she and Jack Abbott are one of the more interesting couples. That was just one of the things that caught our curiosity and drew us into the plot as it unfolded. When Jack finally proposed, it caught our attention. Phyllis has a history of being a warm and lovely person, whom she cares about, and is a monster of hatred for the people she cares and hates. Basically, anyone who walked by her. So it was not a surprise when she accepted it, and it was a pretty good moment. It also increases her speed of what happens to the next gene. Like a time bomb, she just waited from the unsafe word to turn on and off the switch and run. But Jack is the type of person who will try to make her happy, and that will be something that can push her off the brink at some point. She is the type of person who cannot prosper, but that does not mean that she will follow this. Besides, as much as we like to bark at different joints in our shows, we love to see a couple in love. They often set it up and play it perfectly that it attracts us and drags us into the beat. The second day of the Abbott Family Theme Week took place, and CBS, The Young and the Restless Reverend Spoilers had some spoilers giving us a hint that this would be a real classic. Having been with us since September 17, 1999, it focused on John Abbott regaining control of Abbott, and Victor Newman and Ashley Abbott coming together to mend their relationship. At a family dinner, John and the rest cannot ignore the feeling of the atmosphere going on. After some moves, Jack Abbott admitted it was not just a dinner, and he began explaining that he never got his hand from his father, John, who had lost Abbott. If he doesn't push the company to the public to raise more capital, Victor will never be able to buy too many shares and take control. He admits to spending every day trying to find a way to regain the company, and when John says Victor will never leave that to Jack that he has. After handing the signed papers to John and the others, Jack explained that Victor agreed after he explained the company's loss to John, but he also gave up everything, telling both severance packages. Victor was busy ordering his secretary when Ashley came in, surprising him. He said he hoped she would celebrate with her family, and couldn't find him. Ashley admits she wants to thank him for allowing her father to reclaim his company. In an additional trend, Victor admitted that he did it for John, but also for her. It was another moving moment because it allowed them to modify the way they treated each other, resulting in that moment. That's the same thing Ashley mentioned when she told him that fighting him was fun. And if she had a choice, she wanted to fight him instead of living with others. When she tried to leave, Victor stopped her and pulled her closer. In a whisper, he told her to keep in touch, then let her go. It's a great way to end the Abbott segment with everyone having fun and feeling good. In addition, CBS Young People and Relentless Vandals never get tired of a happy ending for some of our favorites. If you are constantly waiting for new episodes of The Young and the Restless to return to television, then your wait is almost over. CBS Soap has announced that they will continue to air completely new episodes starting Monday, August 10. Due to the coronavirus epidemic, The Young and the Restless was forced to stop production in March. At that time, the program had about a month of unreleased, new documents and the last time viewers watched an episode. Movie. Y&R's original film came back on April 23. Since then, The Young and the Restless has been airing for weeks a specific topic or having a specific character or family. With The Young and the Restless able to restart production later this month, it may not be long until fans start seeing new material on their screens. And when that happened, actress Brittany Sarpy had some thoughts on what she wanted to see happen to her Genoa City, including many medical stories and nurturing scripts. The image tweeted by Eric Braden shows him standing, wearing dark jeans and a dark t-shirt. He is wearing a headband as a protective layer on the front of COVID-19. The soap star also wore a pair of pilot-style sunglasses, with hair all over his face. And our executive producer Anthony Morena stood next to Eric, also wearing dark sweatpants, but with a white t-shirt. A white mask on his face is protecting his mouth and nose. Producer Young and the Restless exec also wore a pair of sunglasses against the bright sun. As soon as Eric posted his message on Twitter, fans of the Young and the Restless began to respond. The tweet has attracted about 2,200 likes and has been shared more than 100 times. While most fans are nervous, the show may soon offer new episodes, others worry. This is the case where COVID-19 continues to increase in the state. Fans worried about production might start too soon. One fan was overjoyed to see the couple, telling Eric and Tony that they looked cool in their masks and wished them good luck. Another wrote that they were related to the Vikings because it was too early to start over. They emphasized that the virus is cycling badly. They asked them to please wait a while. Another fan thanked Eric for wearing the mask, adding "Love me, Mr." Another Twitter user wrote, "Pray everyone is clear and we'll see you all on screen soon." They continued by writing how excited they were to follow so many stars on Twitter and Instagram. This gives them a chance to see who they are, both on and off the screen. Young people and relentless vandals will be a bit too much with a double theme, but we can't help. We will end our week with a double episode from April 27, 2010. Having a couple is one of the oldest storytelling devices and has been tested for television during the day, and it's never old. There are a million and a way to remove it, from a vicious twins, plastic surgery, masks, clones, or even robots. Depending on the writer's imagination about dragging and pulling us in, and it works more times than not. Michael tried his best, but he could not get Ryder Callahan to crack and tell them what was going on. Michael may be a great lawyer, but sometimes a different, softer approach is needed to get the information. Finally, he called his brother, Kevin, for help and Kevin agreed. Ryder was surprised when Kevin arrived, and he struggled to keep it a secret because Kevin was the only one who showed him any kindness in Geneva. As things progressed, Kevin began to say that he had no family, and that he was alone. Ryder showed that he was in chaos when talking to Kevin, saying that everything would be okay and that it was not right. Sensing someone's fear, Kevin promised to protect him from anyone. After a while, Kevin left him to take care of something, and while he was away, someone protected Ryder. This makes them tall and dry, but surely another clue will come their way? From what the ad says, it seems that Lauren and Michael will be facing their couple, and while that is expected because Michael is the one who rescued her and Jana Hawks, the Young and the Vandals continued to be curious about what happens when things are packed in this episode. We are betting on the end of a cliffhanger. This will cause us all to look for what happens next. It has been a while since fans of The Young and the Restless have seen new material from their favorite soap opera, but as soon as the new episodes return, viewers will find out the truth about the murder of A.J. Montalvo, and it will affect life of both Adam Newman and his father, Victor. As fans might recall, the latest episodes of the soap opera CBC revealed that Adam could be the one who killed A.J., a secret that Victor had kept to protect his son. But things may not be what they seem. Based on all the dishonest things Victor had done in the past, Adam would not give it to his father to get something like this, but at the same time, Adam was not assured that Victor had a lot of answers. In response to what happened, the actor shared. In one way or another, Adam wanted to come to the truth. The problem is that if what Victor claims is true, then Adam is a complete murderer, and revelation has the power to lead him further into the darkness. I don't think he wants that to happen, but there is always that potential, Grossman said of the character's future. He just wants to know what really happened, and if the truth is that Victor defended it. During these years, Adam will have to check everything about his life. Victor covers this up so that Adam will, if crushed emotions would be great. If so, it could lead to some kind of mediation with them. Fortunately, viewers may not have to wait too long to continue this plot and other things. New filming guide in California has just been released and soap can be back to production as early as this week. When that happens, Grossman desires a small character development for Adam, who can only hold a large chip on his shoulder. In a recent issue of Soap Opera Digest, Sarpy shared that she is excited about her character starting working at the free clinic and hoping that writers continue that path. Part of the appeal of the free clinic plot is its potential to lead to other situations that may reflect the history of Elena as well as of her boyfriend, Devin. Just before the new episode of The Young and the Restless aired in April, the audience was able to watch some of the hilarious scenes in which Lily and Billy started working at a new media department of Chancellor Enterprises, and right away immediately clash. Often the initial signs of friction lead to intense romance between soap opera characters, so once the CBS movie continues its production, fans can see a romantic spark between Billy and Lily? Just before the new episode of The Young and the Restless aired in April, the audience was able to watch some of the hilarious scenes in which Lily and Billy started working at a new media department of Chancellor Enterprises, and right away immediately clash. Often the initial signs of friction lead to intense romance between soap opera characters, so once the CBS movie continues its production, fans can see a romantic spark between Billy and Lily? In a recent interview with Soap Opera Digest, Jason Thompson opened up about the shared relationship of the two characters and what might lie ahead of a romantic date that occurs when the characters date. More intimate. Of course, before Elena and Devin, 11, when fans affectionately called the couple, started talking about having children, maybe they should make sure they were on solid ground. After all, there is still a chance that Devin will love Amanda, who was a great racer for his late wife, Hillary. In an interview with TV Insider, Bryton James said that it is still possible for Y&R writers to discover a love triangle between his changed ego, Elena and Amanda. Attractive details on our channel.